It's 1 minute till showtime.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. My name is Jim. This is More Sunshine, Please, the Tuesday evening live stream. There I am. How are you? Coming up on the show. I'm sorry, I didn't wait to hear your response. How are you? Kidding. You know, I can't hear you. Coming up on the show, I'm going to eat something. I'm going to answer this spam call. No, I won't. I'm just going to hang up. I'm going to drink something that isn't coffee. I know, weird. I'm going to show you some pictures from work today. I've never done that before. I've got a top 15 list. We'll play our game. But before we do any of that, I want to celebrate the first 3 people that made their way into this chat. Here we go. There it is. And I'm already there. I can see the gold medalist right there. Usually I'm scrambling to get it on the screen, but here it is. Congratulations to It's Joey's World. For the gold, with the gold rather. Paul Eichenlaub had the silver, and what do you know? Timothy Rainwaters is our bronze medal winner today. I can't believe it either. Congratulations to our winners today. Jamie, a close fourth. I guess there was a jump. So our gold medal winning chat entry was at 12:15 this afternoon. Silver was at 1:14, and then bronze at 1:28. So, and Jamie shortly after that. And hello, Mr. Fulton Mraz. I'm doing an interview with special guest stars, Time Travelers Band today, 6:30. Oh, he did that at 5:10 p.m. So if you happen to be here, hopefully you saw that message and you could see that at what was 6:30. Hope that went well. Maybe it's still going on. At 5:21, we had Paul Eichenlaub. And Jamie's back. 6:30, Anthony Simone. Hey, Michelle the Quilter, how are you? Hope you're doing well. T-Town Mary Ellen, 6:52. So we're all here now. I mean, the ones I'm reading now should be here in the chat. Welcome in, Mary Ellen. Mary Ellen has a wonderful show on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern. Fun and games, questions, answers, riddles. I don't know if she does riddles. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. Hope to see you there. And scrolling. Francisco, that's fun to say. Mar in Memphis, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us and being here. Debbie Thunert, welcome in. Hope you're well. Scrolling. There's Jason. Jason Thibodeau. Hello to you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Movie Mania Nick, hello. I've got a top 15 list about movies today. Seems like every other one is about movies. What are you going to do? I've got a drive-in movie theater themed live stream. Anyway. Okay. I guess I can get rid of that. Let's, while hopefully more people are still coming in, let's get the sports scores out of the way. And we'll start with the Detroit Tigers, and I'm not even going to play the music for them today, and I'll tell you why. Let me show you what I showed you last week. There it is. The AL Central standings. Last Tuesday, the Tigers had a 6.5 game lead over the Cleveland Guardians. And then a week went by. And the Tigers did not win a game, and the Guardians didn't seem to lose a game. Well, it's just a white screen? All right, I'll cut away. Anyway, the Tigers' lead in the division is down to 1 game. They have lost, they lost a 6, no, let me take that back. They lost 2 3-game series at home. They didn't just lose them. They were actually swept at home versus Atlanta. They should have beaten Atlanta. And the other series was against Cleveland, the team they need to beat most. Well, here's what's going on tonight. The Tigers are in Cleveland. So if they don't win that series, they fall to second place. And by the way, they are not hitting the ball and not scoring and not keeping the other team from hitting the ball and scoring. I hope for the best. I'm expecting the worst. They're playing right now. If you'll indulge me, I am just going to, at the end of 2 innings, it is scoreless. So Tarek Skubal's on the mound for Detroit, so hopefully 6 scoreless innings for the Cleveland Guardians, but I mean, he can't score runs for you. He can keep the other team from scoring, perhaps. But come on, Tigers, go Tigers! All right, let's do that. Florida State played football on Saturday. They played Kent State, and they won 66-10 at home in Tallahassee. It was another impressive showing by their, both offense and defense. Kent State, of course, playing in Tallahassee for the paycheck. I get that, but 2 different levels of talent there. Anyway, I forget. I think FSU is in Virginia. They travel to Virginia. They'll be on ESPN at 7 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. So we'll see. All right. What else is next here? University of Michigan. They played on Saturday as well. Actually, at the same time. FSU and Michigan were playing at the same time. Michigan went to Nebraska. And even though they were the ranked team, it was I actually expected Nebraska to win that game. They didn't, however. Michigan won 30-27, and I have no idea who they play this weekend. I forget. But I'll find out before Saturday, I guess. That's me. And then last night, the Detroit Lions traveled to Baltimore to play the Ravens, a team that crushed the Lions 2 years ago when they last met in Baltimore. It was like 38-7, and that 7 was a late touchdown. It didn't mean much. But last night, Detroit wanted to prove something, and they did. The Lions won 38-30. It was a close game until the fourth quarter. The Lions scored a couple of touchdowns there. It was actually 38-24 with I don't know, like 3 minutes to go. I'm going to stop that music. Just that goes on too long. But Lions looked great after that first week loss to Green Bay. People were nervous in Lions country. They're feeling much better now. The Lions rolled yesterday. Well, they didn't roll. I mean, it was close until the fourth quarter, but it was a fun game to watch for Lions fans. I can tell you that. From North to Neverland, welcome in. Gloria Thibodeau is here. Thank you guys for being here and hanging out. Okay, at the top of the show, I had mentioned I'm going to show you some pictures I took at work today. I am a teacher. I'm a high school teacher. I teach an elective. It doesn't matter what I teach. That's has nothing to do really with the pictures I took today. Let me explain what's going on at my school this week. It is Spirit Week, which means it's the week before homecoming. The game will be Friday night, the homecoming dance on Saturday night. And the week prior is always what they call Spirit Week, and every day of the week has a different theme. Usually something that kids and staff can participate in by dressing in whatever the theme is or whatever. For example, Monday was Jersey Day, so people could wear a sports jersey to school. I mean, they can anyway. It's a public school. But you get what I'm saying. So that was the theme. Friday will be what they call a blackout, where everybody dresses in black. But today wasn't a dressing theme. It was something called Anything But a Backpack Day. Never did that before. And last week when I heard about this day, and I asked some students, what in the world is that? Anything But a Backpack Day is simply bringing it to me, it seems like a replacement for a backpack. So you bring something that would replace your normal bag that you would carry your school stuff in, typically a backpack. But today was anything but a backpack day, so kids were to bring something else if they chose to participate. PTV, welcome in. Okay, so what I saw some pictures of other schools doing this, and I thought this is going to be madness. I saw pictures of so many weird things, and not practical. These weren't practical replacements for a backpack. They were, I mean, it was all in good fun, and the kids, they were engaged. But I took some pictures, and many of these pictures, I asked the kids if I could take their picture, and some I got a picture of them as they were walking away. But because they're kids, I tried to obscure their identities for these pictures. So that's what that's all about. Let me get this ready. I hope you'll find this amusing. During the day, I was sending my wife pictures of the things I was seeing in the hallway, and she got a kick out of it. All right, so let me do this one at a time. Okay, so right off the bat, one thing that we saw a lot of, Donna Jaworski, season's greetings. One thing we saw right away were a lot of suitcases, which made sense to me. So here we go. That's a student that looks like she's out of dress code. And anyway, that makes sense. That's practical. You can put your school stuff in the suitcase, and that works. What else was not bad? Okay, here's one. A bucket. 5-gallon bucket. That's fine and not obtrusive. You know, it's not That's not a problem. Here's another one. I will try to get more ridiculous as these pictures come up. This is a hobo's bundle on a stick. You can't see the stick. You can also see a Dollar Tree basket there. Those are cool. I'm all for that. Here's another one. A cooler has a handle. It has wheels. That works. It's a little bigger, but it works. That worked for me. I was okay with that. How about this one? A pet carrier. No pet in there. However, I had a student that said he was going to bring his family's service dog in. He was stopped at the door. They would not let him bring the service dog. First of all, it wasn't his service dog. It was his mother's, I believe. Anyway, no pets. There was also a report of students trying to bring their smaller siblings to school to carry their stuff, and that didn't fly either. Why they didn't clear this with administration beforehand, I don't know. A tremendous waste of time. I know my student that I had second period didn't roll in until about 10 minutes left into second period because he had to take his service dog home. Anyway, all right. Let's go. Let's get more ridiculous here. All right, this is so stupid. A cabinet, a cheap cabinet that he bungee corded the drawer closed so it wouldn't fly open as he was carrying it from class to class. If you asked him, Kay, tomorrow, can you carry this cabinet with you all day? He would have said, no way. Why would I do that? But he wanted to stand out for anything but a backpack day. And he did. Super stupid. Anyway, what else we have here? A little Tykes car, something that a small child would go in. And you can see he's got his books in there. And I've seen worse. The cabinet, for example, very, very worse. What else? Well, I'll just go here. This is maybe the silliest thing I saw. Is this one? You can't put books in there. That is a foosball table, and that was my student. He brought a foosball table just to carry around, I guess. He also, yes, brought his backpack. But, yeah, I mean, and then later on in the day, I heard a kid I didn't know, but I overheard him say, I had a kid in my science class bring a foosball table. So, it's just silliness. What else we have? This one, an M&M's store display. And, yeah, he had his books in there. Maybe not the larger books. I don't know if they would fit in the those accessible holes there for the candy being sold, I guess. Whatever. But that was a good one. This one made me chuckle. This is a paper shredder, and this kid was wheeling it around by its cord like it was a leash. And I don't know if he had his books in there or, in the basket part, or he just left his books at home today. But yeah, I saw that. These were the ones that I saw just walking by my room. I'll come back to that one. This one, a little cumbersome, but it has wheels, just a rolling cart, a kid with a rolling cart, and then another, I saw a lot of this, like storage. They're not even bins, there's no top to them, but like these would, that that tan colored box that she's holding. It seems like it would go to an IKEA shelf or something. I saw a lot of that. I saw a few of these shopping carts. I saw two of them, including I had a kid in my first period bring a full Walmart shopping cart. I said, go put that in the back. I mean, there's no room for that in the classroom. But I imagine he stole that from Walmart. I didn't ask, but that one's too big. That one's a little smaller. And I heard later, actually the following period, I heard that administration were confiscating those, or they weren't taking them. They said, you can't walk around with a shopping cart. Those are too big. Go leave them in the student affairs office. So throughout the day, like later in the day, when I would see students ready to leave campus, they would go into the student affairs office to get their whatevers, including this thing, which is also pretty big, this giant wagon, even though it folds up. Sherry, welcome in. How are you? We are going over today's anything but a backpack day at my school. It's Spirit Week. What else? A number of strollers. That works too. And this one happened to be one of the larger ones. I saw a lot of toy strollers as well. So small that the kids would have to bend down to push them, in which case they ended up just carrying the stroller, the toy stroller, something that a doll would go into. You know what I mean? What else? This one, a giant Christmas stocking. Not bad. Not bad. Maybe a little much. I feel like his books were banging into the back of his knees all day. I'm not sure. At least no one came with a flatbed cart from Home Depot. Not that I saw, but I wouldn't be surprised. What else? This one, just a straight up trash can, which holds a lot, but I feel you have to reach with your head totally into the trash can to get any school supplies you may need. What are you going to do? It was fun. How about this? I didn't know what this was at first, so I had to ask the kid. This is a snow cone sort of display, not display, but like a home snow cone making kit. And on the back side of it, you can't see, but there were two cup holder type things for snow cones. And instead of ice or whatever goes in the top portion, he put his books and notebooks in there. So that was that. Okay, I did like this one. This kid brought a seed spreader or fertilizer spreader to school today. Again, anything but a backpack day. And did I show everything? No, hang on. Yes, I did show that. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Okay. This one, the kid confessed to me that this was not maybe the best idea. This was a straight up metal linen basket. And he fashioned some backpack straps to it. I would argue that that's a backpack. And, that's a salter for cold weather areas of the world. Oh, I got it. Could be. Not here in Florida, however. This kid, I saw him just after this meet up with his girlfriend who had a similar thing. So they got together and they made these, I'm guessing, painful and not practical, but notable things that are not backpacks. I think my last picture, let me just make sure here. I think I've shown all of them that I have, except... no, I showed that. Okay, this one. There are two kids in this picture, and I want you to look at the kid in the black T-shirt. I know it's hard to see because by the time I got my phone out to take a picture, he was well past me. And then the one student has a guitar. Now, there is a guitar class at our school, so maybe that wasn't part of the day. Maybe it was, and she's not in the guitar class. But the other kid, you can see it over his shoulder, has a prosthetic leg. That's what that is. And one with the blade on it so you can run on it. It was that kind. I wish I had gotten the front of it because it was... that was the most jaw-dropping one of the day for me. That was anything but a backpack day. One I did not see, but I had heard of, was a kid brought in a terrarium. Like a glass... at first I heard it was an aquarium, but it was later confirmed to be a terrarium without water in it, because that would be heavy. That would be super heavy. And so a terrarium, I doubt there was like a snake or a lizard or any living animal in it, but I hope that there was a setup with like a tree branch or something in there. Yeah, anything but a backpack day. I hated the idea, but it a lot of kids were involved in it, so it got engagement, which is what this is all about, Spirit Week at our school. Tomorrow is, I think every class dresses as a different age group. For example, freshmen dress as babies, and so on and so forth. Seniors dress as senior citizens, for example. And I don't know what the other classes dress as. I will not be participating in that. But I try to participate when I can. And what's the other day of the week this week? I do not remember. Monday was Jersey Day. I did that. I wore my Riley Green jersey. Who's a member of the Detroit Tigers. Nope, we're not doing that. Anyway, that's that. Okay, let's move on. It is already 7:30. I've got to pick this up. Okay. It is recess time. A huge thank you to Sherry and Ben from Pepper Tree Villa, who sent me an unexpected treasure today. And it is this sign. Apparently, they saw it and thought of me, this metal Reese's peanut butter cups sign. I love it. Thank you so much. And it goes perfectly. I had a Reese's product ready to go, so great timing. Thank you so much for that. Today's item that I am trying, not candy. It is this. I saw this in Publix a couple of weeks ago, and this is Reese's hot chocolate. They call it Candy Shop Cocoa. And it's made with real Hershey's cocoa. And in this box, actually, I'll just go to the back of the box. It's full of pouches, as you would imagine, of Reese's hot cocoa powder. On the back of each envelope and on the back of the box, it says, enjoy it hot or cold. And I didn't realize that till about 40 minutes ago. And I was thinking, well, how do I get hot cocoa out here and keep it hot halfway into my show? But I could drink it cold, so my wife was kind enough to make me iced Reese's cocoa. So we're doing this. I do smell the peanut buttery goodness. So this is like, it's not, we made this with water as per the instructions. Right there, hot or cold. So I'm doing cold cocoa. Oh, she gave me a straw. She tied in a knot. Here we go. That's pretty good. I've never had hot chocolate with a peanut butter taste to it before. One more. Hang on. I mean, it's delicious. It's very good. Here's what I'll tell you about this. When I smelled it, it smells like a box of Reese's Puffs cereal. That's what it smells like to me. But it's better than that. This is wonderful. I am extremely happy I have an entire box of this. That is fantastic. I know it's probably full of sugar. Let me take a look. 150 calories. Let's see. 2 grams of protein. There we go. That's all you had to tell me. Okay, 24 grams of sugar. Includes 20 grams of added sugars. That's 40% of your recommended D. 16% of your daily sodium. What am I doing? Who cares? Delicious. Thumbs up. And once again, thank you for the accompaniment for Maurice's addiction. Okay. We are moving on. 7:32. I don't have a coffee break today. That was replacing my coffee, but I do have something that is pumpkin spice from Aldi. Okay, I can't imagine I've never had these before, but I don't remember it. I don't remember having these, so it's like I've never had them. Again, on the seasonal autumn shelf or aisle at Aldi are these pumpkin spice sandwich cream cookies. And, I mean, last week we had the Reese's Oreo cookies, and those were wonderful. And I realized after the fact that on the live stream, I opened them like a bag of chips when I forgot about. That's how seldom I get Oreos, I suppose. I forgot all about that. So I checked to see if Aldi supplied me with a resealable top to this. One of these cookies is missing. We've opened it, and Mrs. Sunshine had one. She was a fan. What I wish, I don't need the orange food coloring in here. I think you could go with just a cream, like a normal cream, white, off-white color here, and I'd be fine with that. I don't need the extra unnecessaries in the cookie, but my wife liked this, so I'll tell you what she said, and then I'll tell you what I think as well. I can't. All right. We are 2 for 2 today. Those are amazing. That is so delicious. My wife said she couldn't taste cinnamon in there, and I absolutely taste cinnamon in there. She also said that it didn't taste phony or chemically as so many pumpkin spice things can. So she appreciated that. It's got a very real flavor to it. Very sweet. These have 13 grams of sugar for a serving, which is only 2 cookies. That's a lot. They are very sweet, but delicious. But I feel like I need to wash them down. Excuse me. You know what? After taking that drink, I don't know if I want them together. I don't. I don't want one to cancel out the other. They're both fantastic. I would suggest having them apart. Don't need them together. But those are wonderful at Aldi. Less than $3, I think. Just another reason to love Aldi. Not a sponsor. Okay, it's intermission time, so let's do that. And when we come back, we'll play our game. 7:36 p.m. Eastern time.
It's intermission time. Time that stretch you've been wanting. And best of all, time to take your pick from that scrumptious array of tasty treats waiting for you at the snack bar, where the popcorn's poppin', the cold drinks are sparkling, the hot dogs are sizzling, the coffee is steaming, and a luscious treasure of confectionery delights with ice cream and candy and so much more to tempt any taste is waiting for you now at the snack bar. You'll be notified in plenty of time when the next show is about to begin.
And it's about ready to begin. Let's play our game. All right, this is Chronophoto. We have to guess in which year each of these pictures was taken. We can guess anywhere from the year 1900 to the year 2024. That's the range in which we can guess. Closer we are to the correct answer, the more points they give us. 1,000 points for a correct answer. Let's see. Can I make this bigger? A little bit. Okay. There we go. This first picture is ridiculous. Please put your guesses in the chat for what year you think this picture was taken. What am I forgetting to mention? Oh, well, you've played before. All right, let's go. Tennessee Bear, welcome in. Dean from the Live Place, welcome in. If I've missed you in the chat, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Mr. Fulton Mraz is back. Okay, let's play our game. All right. We've got a ridiculous-looking motor race going on with these tiny, stupid motorcycles. I'm thinking I wouldn't have been surprised if I would have seen a student of mine with one of these today for anything but a backpack day. Okay, do we zoom into the sponsors? Would that be a clue? What I don't know, is this a current thing, or is this something they tried to get going a little while ago and it faded? Or maybe they got it going a little while ago and it's still here and it's growing? I have no idea. Let's see. Monster Energy Drink. I see that as a sponsor. Yamaha, of course. Pull and Bear, is that a UK thing? Might be. Michelin, Northgate. All right, what else we have? Suzuki. X-Star? I don't know. Well, I see Red Bull on the helmet back there. They are not hurting for sponsors for this ridiculous-looking race. This might be in Asia somewhere. I see in the corner here Maybe a member of Def Leppard. I remember them wearing stuff like that. Okay, you got me. What do you guys have to say? I think our first guess is from Dean, who says, feels recent, 2022. We have a 2018. Oh, okay. I've seen these guys race for years, so I'm not sure what year. So this has been around. We have another 2018. We have 3 of those in the chat. We have a 2017, another one, 2018. After 2000 for sure. Some 2019s as well. It's either 2018 or 2019. Nick in Virginia, welcome in. Thanks for hanging out with us. You know what? I'll go 2018. We don't have to belabor this. Here we go. Hit the submit button, and it tells us we're right. Let's go to picture number 2. Okay. I have Rosie the Riveter vibes here. I'm guessing, maybe during the war. What exactly is she working on? Oh, she's riveting. She's riveting! She's actually a riveter. Okay, this is, World War II. It's in color. That's interesting. So maybe, I don't know. How about, as opposed to early 40s, mid 40s, so I'll say 1944, but I don't really know. I hope you guys can help. What is, not a bad picture. If this is World War II, I'm able to zoom in quite a bit on this and still have semi-decent detail. I can't quite tell what's on her button, but maybe you guys recognize that image. It looks like perhaps it's a woman's face on there. Close up, like a head and shoulder shot of a woman. Not sure. It looks like she had an itch under her nose, and with her grimy fingers. Hey, it's a war. War is hell. Yeah. I mean, I think now they'd make you wear gloves, but who knows? Okay, let me just zoom out there. I think our first guess is from Paul, who says 1943. We have a 41, 42. Tennessee Bear says, this is newer. I'm going to say 75. Really? We've got another 42, 42. 3 of those in a row. Is it a reenactment to celebrate an anniversary? Interesting thought. This is difficult because they reenact this stuff too. Look at her hair. That looks like Mary from It's a Wonderful Life. Again, everything I have to relate everything I see in these pictures to movies. I simply wasn't there in 1942. Mark Langenkamp, hello to you. Welcome in. A lot of 42s. Let's just go with that. 1942 seems to be the number one answer because it's the right answer. All right, we are 2 for 2. Next picture. Picture number 3. Okay. I see numbers at the top. I don't know if it's a date. Can't tell. It looks like it's backwards. Perhaps it says 18. Or maybe it's not backwards and it says 81. I don't know. But if that's a date and it's the 18th day of October, or is that 1910? Is that the year? I don't know. I'm looking at Mr. Fancy Pants here. I mean, this was 20s, 1920s, the 30s, perhaps. I mean, I wasn't there. Automobiles. There are automobiles in the back. Those are pretty early automobiles. 20s. $1920. I guess that's my guess. I don't really know. Is that Walt Disney? It looks like a young Walt Disney. Can we see what they're doing? Are they painting? I don't know. What did I say? 1920? Okay. I think our first guess is 1925. Mr. Fulton Mraz is celebrating his 11-year anniversary with his girlfriend, Caitlin. Congratulations on that. All right. Our first guess is 1925. We have a 1919. We have a 22. 32. 34. 44. 32. 1925, another 25. Nick in Virginia, hello. Another 32, another 32. Well, that seems to be the popular guess. Let's go 1932, shall we? And then I hit the submit button. And it is 1932. It is not lost on me that Sherry, anyway, is 3 for 3. Picture number 4. More old cars and clothes and mustaches. All right, this seems to be an early horseless carriage of some sort. And when was that in development exactly? Who invented the automobile? Is this the guy? Was his name Doria or something like that? I just don't remember when that was. Perhaps in the early 1900s, the aughts, as they say, perhaps. 1905. You got me. All right. Sweet hats and mustaches and ghosts. I don't know what's going on there. Well, okay. There is a logo on the side. I can't tell. I know this is not Henry Ford, for example. I know that's not Henry Ford. I know what that dude looks like. This ain't him. But is it, I don't know, Mr. Chrysler? Who knows? But this is pre-Model T. This looks like a tank. What is on the bottom? I didn't see this here. Hang on. Jacob something and company. Oh, I was hoping that was a date on the bottom. Not that we need it, because we seem to be doing all right today. And I turn to the chat. Okay. Let's see. Is it an electric vehicle? I don't know. Daimler. Oh, interesting. Daimler as in Benz. And then not too long ago, it was Daimler Chrysler, wasn't it? Sherry says 1900, so other people are guessing 1900. I get it. I'm probably going to put in 1900. Everybody, just about, is saying that. Yeah. We have a 1905. We have a 1919 as well, but the majority of you, 1900. What am I waiting for? And here we go. And, oh, what? I think Sherry did that on purpose. 1902, Gloria was right around there as well. 3,849 points. We can get a pretty high score here on our final picture. Come on. Yeah, if I have one complaint about Chronophoto, it's too many black and white pictures. I accept the challenge, though. Have we had this before? Maybe not. All right, let's zoom in on these people here. And at first I thought, well, this is maybe in the 50s. I don't think so. I think I was wrong initially about that. As I'm looking at the winter wear, this is more 70s, dare I say, well, it could be anywhere from the 60s to the 80s? I don't know. Where is this? It doesn't matter. Europe? Or maybe it's Epcot. This dude is just hanging out in his car. Before he gets out, he has to hear the end of his podcast. I get it, dude. I've been there. Now these, I don't recognize any automobile here. Quite boxy. This seems to be a one-way street. Just looking at the way, I mean, this is difficult. I see some flared pant legs back here. So somebody is fashionable. Have we been putting in our guesses? Let me zoom out. Boots. Can almost make that out. I don't recognize it as a... Is that Polish? I don't know. All right, there it is. Let me turn to the chat. I think our first guess is from Paul. Is it? 85? Did I guess? I didn't. I'm not going to. Whatever Sherry says. 76. We have an 82. Mark says 1980s down jackets. Good call. Sherry says 1964. Debbie says 60. We have an 80. Another 64. 65. 74. 70. 1953. 1970. I like that guess of 1970. Did they have flared pant legs in 1964? I mean, outside of the Navy? I'm guessing 1970. I like that. Here we go. How did we do? Ooh, ouch. 81. I was fooled on that. Donna said 82. Mark was talking about the 80s down jackets. I should have listened. 70 sounded good to me. A couple people said that. Cars didn't change much in the Eastern Bloc for a lot of years. I was thinking about that. Okay, what did we end up with? I didn't even pay attention. 4,139 points. I have fun playing that game. I hope you do too. All right. Another quick intermission. Oh, a movie trailer. This one is from a movie from 1979 that I had seen a number of times on cable as a kid. The voice in this trailer is recognizable to Disney fans everywhere. It is that of Paul Frees, the voice of the ghost host, among other things. So enjoy Paul Frees here in this trailer. I'll be right back.
The film is now the movie. 5 diametrically opposed teams of college students are challenged to compete in a grueling all-night game. Midnight Madness.
If Levitas and his animals decide to play, I want to be there and beat them.
Midnight Madness. It's about winning and losing. The game that demands sophisticated strategy.
Are we losing our temper? You'll find the fun it's beautiful.
Midnight Madness. It's about
girls.
David Naughton, Stephen First, Eddie Deason, Deborah Klinger,
I thought you'd never ask.
Dirk Blocker. See them match wits in a game that could only be played at night. Experience Midnight Madness for the most fun you can legally have in the dark.
Welcome back. Today's top 15 list. Yesterday was the first day of fall, was it not? Something like that? It is officially fall. So I thought, let's do a top 15 list of movies with the word fall in the title. And I'm not talking about variations of the word fall. For example, the Michael Douglas movie Falling Down, not on the list. And the like. There might be one asterisk next to one of these. Now, I did this during my lunch period. I asked ChatGPT for a list. So a great deal of this is ChatGPT, which just didn't give me synopsises. I had time to get some synopsises for these movies, but I don't know what all of these movies are because I haven't heard of all of them. But let's get through this real quick. It's already 7:58. Number 15 is a movie simply called Fall. And this is from 2022. It is a survival thriller about 2 women stuck atop a radio tower. That sounds awful. Number 14 is a movie called The Fall from 2006. It is directed by Tarsim Singh. I know Tarsim Singh because he directed the REM video Losing My Religion. And then he went on to direct a movie called The Cell with Jennifer Lopez. And apparently he did The Fall in 2006. In 1920s Los Angeles, a bedridden patient in a hospital captivates a young girl with a fantastic tale of heroes, myths, and villains on a desert island. All right. Number 13 is a movie called Fall Away from 2011. All I know is that it is a crime/mystery film. Number 12, a movie called Fall City from 2018. This one's Christmas themed. Adaptation of redemption found through deep struggles of a young man who needs a break. I've never heard of that. I don't even know if it's an American film or it's a foreign film. I don't know. Number 11 is a movie called Fall Down Dead from 2007. This is a horror film. And it looks like there's a Carradine in there and Udo Kier. Udo Kier from he was part of that whole Andy Warhol collective, I think. Number 10, it's a movie from 1995 called Fall Time, starring David Arquette. No, wait a minute. David Arquette, Stephen Baldwin, and Mickey Rourke. 3 young men decide to plan a mock kidnapping, but everything goes wrong because a real bank robbery was already planned by 2 other guys. Well, that sounds like fun. Number 9 is a movie called Fall Into Me. By the way, there are a bunch of movies called Fall Into Me. There's at least 4 on IMDb. All I know is that this is a romance. Or romance. Wherever you want to put the accent on that. Number 8, Fall from Grace from 2017. A troubled couple's lives descended to violence and madness after a demonic entity takes their daughter. I have your daughter in my class. That's just her. That's not a demon. You can blame it on a demon, but you just did a poor job of raising her. Anyway, number 7 is The Fall of the Roman Empire from 1964. This is a historical epic starring Sophia Loren and Alec Guinness, James Mason, and others. I've never seen that, but I've heard of it. How about that? Number 6 on the list is Legends of the Fall. I thought that was wrong, but that's what the title is. Legends of the Fall. Yeah, that's right. That sounds, when I read it normally, that sounds right. From 1994, Brad Pitt, Anthony Hopkins, Aidan Quinn. I don't think that's Aidan Quinn on the poster there. In the early 1900s, 3 brothers and their father living in the remote wilderness of Montana are affected by betrayal, love, nature, and war. Number 5. This one's called The Fall of the Krays. This is a British crime film from 2016. I don't know anything about it other than Phil Dunster from Ted Lasso is in this movie. But I don't know much else about that movie. Number 4, here's the asterisk. I know it says When Autumn Falls, but the actual movie, if you were to look this up, the name of this movie is When Fall is Coming. I should have also gotten the poster with that title on there. But this is a French film, so when it was released into different countries, it was given different names. So I wanted to show this because it not only does it have the word fall, but it has the word autumn. And that's the only one on the list like that. All right, number 3 on the list, Humphrey Bogart and Rod Steiger star in The Harder They Fall from 1956. An ex-sports writer is hired by a shady fight promoter to promote his latest find, an unknown but easily exploitable rising star from Argentina. Number 2 is maybe our most recent movie from last year. It's The Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, based on the TV show starring Lee Majors. Remember that? A stuntman fresh off an almost career-ending accident has to track down a missing movie star, solve a conspiracy, and try to win back the love of his life while still doing his day job. That one didn't do so well in theaters, did it? And I don't know why. I don't know if it was deemed good or bad or what. Moving on. Number 1 on the list, and this kind of will ease us into Halloween season. This is The Fall of the House of Usher from 1960. Many adaptations of this Edgar Allan Poe story. I chose the one with Vincent Price. Upon entering his fiance's family mansion, a man discovers a savage family curse and fears that his future brother-in-law has entombed his bride-to-be prematurely. That's it. That's the list. Fall movies. Thanks for hanging out with me. 8:05. I will be back next week with more silliness. We'll play our game. I'll show you anything but a lunch day. I don't know. I didn't really think that through. Hope to see you around the YouTube chats. It is the end of the show. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next week, it's time to say goodnight, as this gentleman will reinforce.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.